There has been a fiery debate the past couple of days in the Socorro community over this Facebook post by its school superintendent and his opinion of students returning to class. Good Friday evening, everybody. So this is a conversation that most all of our communities are having right now, going back to school in person eventually. Now, of course, that's not happening anywhere, at least in our public schools, until at least after Labor Day. Then Socorro, the school district leader, has a decidedly different opinion and expressed it for everybody to see on social media. But there's much more to this story, as Tommy Lopez learned earlier today. And Tommy, you talked to him, so what's this all about here?
Well, people in Socorro say there's a huge division right now in the city over this. Ron Hendrix, the superintendent of Socorro Consolidated Schools, posted this on Facebook. Socorro's mayor shared it. There have been hundreds of comments since. He's suggesting that everyone divide up into two camps. He says that in Camp 1, people want to stay home and avoid travel. He says people in the other camp, Camp 2, they want to go out and enjoy life. Now, Hendrix writes he's in this camp wanting to still be active. He wants students to return to school in person, ASAP. Many parents there agree with him, but many others don't. Why do you think they can go back safely?
Because I think that this virus is overrated. I think that people need to have a lot of faith and rely on God to get them through things.
They're ridiculous. I think it's ridiculous. I think we need to take this as serious as possible. We're just not ready. We're still in the phase 1 stage, and it's even hard for the teachers.
People on opposite ends of the spectrum, as you can see. Some say that Hendrix should not be a school leader after the comments that he made. One person said that Camp 2, the folks who want to stay more active, is killing Camp 1, the people who want to be more cautious, saying that that's foolish and dangerous. Another pushed back on that idea, saying, I remember when you could say what was on your mind and getting offended wasn't the first reaction. So we asked Hendrix about all of this today. He says he wishes people could stay civil on this topic.
We all have the right to freedom of speech, and so we choose what we want to say, and if they don't like it, don't listen. But there's no reason to be ugly and attack one another.
He does support wearing masks. He says he wears one at work when people are around. He says his schools will follow all the guidelines and go above and beyond in some cases.
Do you believe that on Monday, kids could start in person and everything would be safe?
Beyond the shadow of a doubt. We are doing everything in our power to make sure kids are safe. I would invite anyone that thinks that they aren't getting exactly the truth to walk into any of my schools and see what's happening.
So obviously that's Hendrix's opinion, Tommy, but is he basing his beliefs on any data at this point?
Yeah, he's citing studies done in other countries that Johns Hopkins and Harvard researchers believe are accurate. They show that kids do transmit the virus at a lower rate than adults, but experts still question how easily young children can spread it. Older children have been found to spread the virus as much as adults. It's worth noting that in many of these countries where students have returned to school, the outbreak was not nearly as bad as it is right now in a lot of the U.S. And we've seen that in multiple Georgia school districts. They've had to switch to online learning because dozens of staff members got the virus or were exposed to people who did. And hundreds of students are quarantining in a Mississippi school district after one tested positive.
And obviously we can only hope that that's not the case when it gets that point here in New Mexico.
Yeah.
Tommy, a lot to take in there. Thank you very much for that.